Now let's discuss about range. What is a range in statistics? This session is about range. Say for example, I have the marks of 10 students in the class which I have taken Now clearly I have the marks of 10 students in the class with all the marks listed here, which is the raw data. Let's understand what is the range. So in this case, a range is understood as the maximum value minus minimum value is how we understand the range of the data. So the formula for range is max value minus min value. In this case, therefore, the range would be the highest value, which is 100, and the lowest value, which is identified to be 48. Therefore, my range is 52. So in this case, for the given problem with students marks listed out here, the 10 students marks listed out here, the range is 52. Range is highest value minus lowest value. Now comes the concept of frequency. What is the frequency for the data? Let's see the frequency in this session. So in statistics, frequency is said to be the most occurring value of that given problem. For example, if I say the marks are 20, 21, 25, 21, 39, and 21, and 25, then let's see what is the frequency of each of them. For example, if these are assumed to be marks, and let's make a frequency column for that. Now here the marks are 20, 21, 25, 21, 39, 25. Now this being repeated, I don't take again the repeated values, and hence I get a table which has these values. Now let's see the frequency of each of the values in understanding what exactly is frequency in statistics. For example, I take the marks 20. Now the number of times the marks 20 repeat is called frequency. Here I see that 20 repeats only once throughout the given data, and therefore the frequency of 20 is 1. Similarly, 21 repeats once, twice, and thrice. That means the mark 21 repeats 3 times, and hence the frequency of 21 is 3. Is how I understand this. Next comes 25. The frequency of 25 is 2 because it repeats twice. And similarly, 39 repeats only once. It doesn't repeat, so the frequency is 1. So each value is defined with their respective frequency depending on the number of times they occur in the data. 20 occurs once, 21 occurs 3 times, 25 occurs 2 times, 39 occurs once. Is how we understand the frequency for the given data. Is the number of times it repeats in the given data. This session is about construction of a frequency table. Now that we have defined what a frequency is, now comes the question on how to construct a frequency table. table. Constructing a frequency table. How do we construct a frequency table? Let's take some data to understand how a frequency table can be constructed for that given data. For example, I have the data 20, 21, 25, 23, 29, 30, 35, 37, 33, 24, then 40. Say for example, I have the set of data which is given by this, and then we take the data according to this given values. Now a frequency table is constructed with the marks or whatever the values given here is defined as class interval. We take class interval and then we take the frequency. We have discussed recently that frequency is the number of times the data occurs, and hence if we take the class interval, we first pick the lowest value and then the highest value. So between 20 and 40, we try to classify as 20 to 25. (25 to 29), 30 to 34, 34 to 39, and 40 to 45. That's how we understand the classification out here. So here, let's imagine the values which are between 20 and 24 are 20, 21, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So my frequency is 4. That means there are 4 numbers which lie between 20 and 24. Next comes 25 to 29. 1, 2, 3. So my frequency is 3. That's how we get it. Now between 30 and 34, 30, 2, 3, there are 3 values which lie between 30 and 34. 34 to 39, 35, and 37. Between 40 and 45, I have only one value which lies here. This is how a frequency table is constructed. Frequency table constructed for the given data using the class interval and the frequency. We break the class, the lowest being 20 and the highest being 40. We break the class into each of this interval being with 5 students, each with 5, and then we get the class frequency depending on the values as given in the given data. Construction of a frequency table. Now that we have discussed about how to construct a frequency table, there are 2 types of frequency tables which can be constructed. This example problem which we have taken has been divided into different groups, and hence we got a grouped frequency table. So this is called grouped frequency table because each of the marks are grouped and hence their frequencies are calculated. If you do not group the frequency, the marks in order to obtain frequency, like in the previous example problem, if you directly take the marks listed and their frequency, such a table is called grouped frequency table. Frequency table is of two types. One is grouped frequency table where the data is grouped, and ungrouped frequency table where the data is not grouped. We directly take the data with their frequency. So here we make a very important note that when do we group the data or when do we not group the data is the biggest question. So here we have a very important note which makes us understand that the data is grouped if it is large in number. That means if you have a data which is 1000 or 400 or 300, then I cannot include the list of data with each value being calculated for frequency, but I can do the smart work of grouping. This being with very huge data, the data is grouped if it is large in number. If it is not in large number, we try to use the ungrouped frequency table. Grouped frequency table and ungrouped frequency table depends on the number of data given in the situation.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.